Hello, Grand Strand. Welcome back to Talking About Food. This is Richard Florzak, private chef to the stars. And remember, we are the only food commentary show on the Grand Strand. I've heard some other shows might be starting. That's fine. That would be great. The more the merrier. But we talk strictly about food here. We talk to restaurant owners, food truck owners, festivals, farmers market, anything to do about food. We talk about it here, interviewing local chefs. Just love talking about food. It's the way I've been all my life. I love to cook for the Hollywood elite. It's in the rear view mirror now that I live in the gorgeous Murrells Inlet and Grand Strand, close to the water. Love seafood. Just love food. Love talking about it. And I've got another person in the studio today who loves food. He's been on the show a couple of times. We've become friendly. But I will say, whether friendly or not, I think that this gentleman knows more about the food scene in the Grand Strand than anybody that I've certainly come across. And what I love about him is he's got the website, Murrells Inlet Foodies and Entertainment. He's got thousands of followers. He is not an influencer. And this is really important to the listeners. I want people to understand this. I have to be very careful about who I have on the show because I want the truth, because what I want is for the listeners to be able to decipher where they want to go for dinner, what they like, what they don't like. But I have to be able to tell the truth. And I know that this man tells the truth. You know why? Because he doesn't take a dime, not a single penny for any of his posts. And I've literally been out to dinner and lunch with him where the owners of the establishment will come up and they recognize him. They thank him for his posts and how it has elevated their business. Their business has grown because of this man, and they offer us free lunch. And Jack Gregory, he turns it down every single time. Now, the reason why I bring this up is because I had a business for many years in Los Angeles. And this was when the whole, quote, influencer scene started. And I had to be really careful about it because people wanted money for a good review. And I've been trying to come up with ways to decipher how you can determine what is an influencer and what isn't. And I haven't figured out exactly how to do it. The one thing that I do know is that if you see somebody posting something that is 100% positive every time they post, red flag goes up for me. Doesn't necessarily mean that they are taking money, but it's a slight red flag. Now, I know Jack Gregory, and I know for a fact that he doesn't take a dime. So anyway, that I just wanted out of the way before Jack and I start talking about his favorites on the Grand Strand. Jack Gregory, thanks so much for coming back on to Talking About Food.
Glad to be back with you, Rich. Everybody loves food, and you can look at me and tell I love it.
Oh, I just love you, my friend. Like I said before, I know you're telling the truth, and we were having this conversation right before we went on that I often will respond through a comment on his post that says, Jack, you're killing me. And I mean it sincerely. He's not a professional photographer. I guess maybe you don't have to be when the food that you post pictures of are just automatically delicious looking.
Well, you eat with your eyes first.
Yeah.
And they bring it out, and we take pictures of exactly what we're eating. We don't dress any of it up.
Yeah, I've seen you do that.
And
yeah.
We're just fortunate that they turn out decent.
No, more than decent, especially the pictures with your dear wife, Sweet Beth. Yeah, it's good stuff. Good stuff. Okay, so if you don't mind, Jack, I would like to start with the different areas of the Grand Strand and pick your brain. You okay with that?
I'm great with that.
Okay, let's start up in North Myrtle Beach. When I say North Myrtle Beach to you, you're in a food zone seems to be 24/7. So when I say North Myrtle Beach to you, what comes to mind?
Hoskins Restaurant.
Okay, tell us about Hoskins.
It is a family-owned restaurant. Been there 55, 56 years. We will drive from Pawleys Island to Hoskins Restaurant.
Well, how long does that take?
Takes a little over an hour.
Wow, it's got to be good. Go ahead.
But they have some of the best fried chicken.
Oh.
It is great, and you can get a 2-piece dinner, 3 sides, $15.99.
Wow.
And it is wonderful.
Now, Hoskins, is that what they're known for?
Well, that and fresh seafood.
Wow, that's an interesting
I
combo
always
there.
get the flounder sandwich.
Right.
Because it's enough for me to eat.
Yeah.
It comes with French fries and coleslaw, $10.10. And that's fresh flounder.
And you know that. You can tell.
Absolutely. It is wonderful. But the interesting thing is they don't take reservations. If you ride by there's a line out the door, and you just stand in line. They'll come out and ask you how many, and it takes normally around a 30-minute wait, and people having conversation about food. But they have so much repeat business. They do breakfast, lunch, and dinner, closed on Mondays, but they make their own desserts, make their own house dressings. It is just a great family-owned restaurant that I have, in 40-something years of eating there, I've never had a bad meal.
Oh,
and we eat there a lot. So the odds are at some point you should get something that's meh. No,
never.
It's all great.
That was one of the most difficult things owning and operating a restaurant was consistency. It's the hardest thing to do. Give me another one. You got another one in North Myrtle?
Well, there's one called Biscuit, and it is almost a little river, but it's the same thing. There's a couple of guys on it, and they do fresh seafood. They do a meat and 3. It's always packed. They got a little old tent out there where you can sit under it and wait to dine. But the food is real similar to Hoskins, and they do a great business there.
For the listeners, what does meat and 3 mean?
That means a meat and 3 vegetables.
Okay, yeah. Good price.
Always, listen, they have about the same price as Hoskins, but the food is absolutely terrific there.
Okay, what about Myrtle Beach? What comes to mind? I say Myrtle Beach. What pops into your head?
Well, Myrtle Beach, you have to include the Sea Captain's House.
Oh, okay, that's been around a while.
It's waterfront dining. The food is always great. It's owned by the Britons. They own a few hotels and stuff too. The food is always fantastic, and they're one of the few restaurants that absolutely use fresh seafood.
Fresh.
Not fresh, frozen, which a lot around here, do, but they use fresh seafood. They do breakfast, lunch, and dinner also, but it's right there on the ocean at 30th Avenue North in Myrtle Beach, and just absolutely one of our favorite places.
And it's a cute place too. I've been there twice for breakfast. I haven't been there for lunch or dinner, but I think I will after your review. Go ahead.
44 and King.
Okay.
That is becoming one of our favorite restaurants. We kind of slip in and out of there once in a while. I do know Brown Bethune and his wife, Brenda, which happens to be the mayor of Myrtle Beach. But we kind of slip in and out of there once in a while. But they've got some great fish specials every night. I mean, it is just some of the things I'm like, how did he think of that?
Yeah.
And I love risotto, and they had a corn risotto the other day.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow, that is fast becoming one of our favorite places in there.
Is that a newer restaurant?
Well, it's been here a few years, probably 7, 8 years.
Oh, I still consider that fairly new compared to some of the other ones that have been around for decades.
And you'll see that we'll post the things on Murrell Beach Foodies and things. But being the mayor, Brenda, you know that every once in a while you're going to see the mayor and the first Mr. I guess Mr. Mayor. Yeah. But I've known him for 40-something years too. But I'm telling you, that restaurant is making some traction right now. And honestly, I need to talk with them because I don't know if they changed chefs, but the food has always been good. Now it's great.
Yeah.
And we will ride from Pawleys Island to 44 and King, which it takes a good 50 minutes to get there, but it is so worth it.
I would like to have him or the chef on the show. Could we work that out?
I think
somehow?
I could facilitate that. The next time we go, I will talk to the chef or Brown and say, hey, y'all need to come down and talk to Rich about talking about food.
Yeah, because what always strikes a nerve with me, and you just mentioned it, was that you said it's always been good, but they've taken it to the next level. I want to know what it was that brought them there. And that would be an interesting topic.
Well, I think it's, I don't know, but I do know that the dish now, the different take on the fresh fish and some with the steak too. Yeah. It's just been absolutely wonderful.
Did that corn risotto come with a seafood?
It did. And they had the only place I've seen that has fish bread. Now, if listeners don't know what fish bread is, it is nothing but smoked fish, add some condiments like mayonnaise and a few different things. They're the only restaurant I found in the whole Grand Strand that serves a fish bread.
Yeah, well, not only the listeners didn't know what it was, the host of the show didn't know what it was. You just explained
well,
it to
actually, when I called up there, the hostess said, well, we got a little bit left. And I said, well, I'm on my way.
Hold on to it. Yeah, hold on to it.
And I'll tell you, with some crackers,
oh,
it was the perfect appetizer.
Nice. So that was Sea Captains and 44 and King. Now, what about Conway?
You have to mention Anton's Pizza.
Anto's, yeah.
We've been to Anto's, and he is actually going to Italy to show how to make pizza in Italy. That says it all. But they have fresh pie. He cooks each and every one of them. We've eaten there several times. Rich, it is just really wonderful.
Yeah, we had Chef Anthony on the show, and it was so fascinating for me personally after owning a wood-fired pizzeria for 10 years, and we got deep into the construction of the dough and how it's cooked and everything, and I just love that interview. Okay, so you said Anto's for pizza. I agree 100%. As of right now, Anto's is my favorite pizza in the Grand Strand. Anything else out there you like?
Well, in Conway, Crooked Oak Tavern.
I've heard about that.
We've eaten there several times.
Has that place been around for a long time?
No, it hadn't. I would say 3, maybe 4 years, right downtown Conway. Outside doesn't look that great. Inside, it is a beautiful restaurant and bar.
Yeah.
Probably seats 150 people.
Wow.
Service was great. We had some fresh fish there.
Yeah.
Flounder, you could tell it was fresh. That's one of my favorite foods.
Yeah.
And it was so good. So we've been there several times, mainly eat seafood. Now, Sweet Beth got a burger.
Yeah.
That it was so good. It was one of those good old juicy, hand-patted burgers that's going to get a little bit on your face. Actually, get a lot on your face.
Yeah, I like it.
But it was, and they had the steak fries with it, which made for a wonderful meal.
Yeah. And how did she have it? Did she put anything on it?
She always gets mayonnaise, mustard, lettuce, and tomato, no onions.
Yeah.
And she'd cut it in two so we could look at it. She got it medium.
Yeah.
Oh, it was so good.
You have any idea how it was cooked?
I don't. All I can tell is that I think it would be on a flat top.
One of my favorite ways.
From the char on it, that's what it appeared to me, but I didn't ask. But that's what it looked like. It was crispy on the outside and nice and juicy on the inside.
I know a lot of places like to do, all different types of wood and charcoal and that kind of thing. But I think my favorite is on a griddle cooktop like that because it cooks in its own fat.
It was.
Although I'm going to contradict myself when I talk about a burger a little later on. So that's Crooked Oak. You had flounder.
I did.
And
shrimp.
And shrimp.
Yep. And it was really good.
Yeah. And Sweet Beth had the wonderful burger.
Oh, it was good. Now, I did take a bite.
Oh, yeah.
because she's good like that. She will let me have a little bit of her. And she reaches for mine, I give her the stink eye.
You got to start putting videos up instead of just photos. I'd love to see that happen. Okay, so let's move a little bit further south and get into Surfside. What comes to mind? I say Surfside. What comes to mind?
Greg's Cabana Bar.
Oh yeah, you can't.
The ribs, the burger.
Yeah.
It looks like a roadhouse, probably because it is.
Yeah.
But if you're looking for fancy, don't go there.
No.
But if you want the best ribs you're ever going to take, you're going to have to go to Memphis to get ribs this good.
Well, it's funny that you say that because I just had my brother and sister-in-law in town. They've been here a number of times, and as I picked them up from the airport, I asked them if they're hungry, and they said, "Let's go to Greg's." They know it. Let's go to Greg's. And for the first time, I'm glad that you said what you just said. For the first time, of course, they went there for the hamburgers. So my brother, his wife, and my wife all had burgers, and I decided to get the ribs, and they were excellent. They were excellent. I got
the best you're going to eat.
Jack, I got a full rack. I think it was like $18.
Yep.
And it comes with French fries and coleslaw. How do you beat that?
You can't.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you, they've been doing it for years. At first, it was a little small place. And the guy, the original owner, Greg, lived in the back there.
Oh, is that right?
I mean, it was a smoky bar, hole in the wall, that sold good bar food. Now, it's a restaurant that sells some alcohol.
Yeah.
But it is, you just can't beat the burgers and the ribs there.
One of the things I love about it is, and I didn't know this the first time I went there, is when you walk in, you seat yourself. In the beginning, when I first see that, it usually turns me off because what it tells me is it's going to take forever for them to wait on me. It takes about 30 seconds.
Yep.
And this was the first time. Yeah, this was the first time there weren't any seats up front in the front part of the restaurant. I happen to know they've got that back room.
Right.
So I went way into the back room and I thought again, well, I've been there 20 times. This is going to take a little while. Nope. Waitress was there in 30 seconds and had fantastic service. She kept checking on us. What else in Surfside?
I'm always partial to Sarah J's. I've been eating there forever. They have great seafood. Just the vibe there. And when you go to a restaurant and you see a waitress that's been there 30 years.
That says something.
That says something about it. Now, being fully honest with it, I've known the owners for a long time. They do a great, absolutely. Chase Adams does a great job.
Yeah.
And same thing. I can go there. They got a line, and I could go see Chase, and he'd probably bump me up, but I won't do that. Sweet Beth says, "Hey, go see Chase. I'm tired of waiting."
Yeah.
But we don't do that.
But you don't do it.
We listen, we love to talk to the people in line.
Yeah.
I really like their Bang Bang Shrimp.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, my friend from high school, Craig Mobley, he was the first black athlete to go to Clemson University.
Wow.
Played basketball.
Yeah.
That's his favorite place.
It is.
So we love Sarah J's.
Can you tell the listeners basically what Bang Bang Shrimp is? Because it's very popular.
Yeah. To me, it's just a crispy fried shrimp, and it looks, first of all, it don't have the tails on it. And the sauce, to me, the remoulade, makes it the Bang Bang Shrimp with me. It's this type sauce.
Right, because the shrimp are first fried and then tossed in that sauce.
That's exactly right. And it is something that it gives you a burst of flavor instead of just a good old fried shrimp. This gives you a really nice burst of flavor.
Right. What about Murrells Inlet? Beth says to you, I want to go to Murrells Inlet to eat. What do you think of?
Palm 33.
Yeah, we had the owners of Palm 33, Lisa and Benny Blackwell, on. Charming couple. But it was one of the restaurants that I had been to the night before I actually had the owners on. I've had owners of restaurants on, but I hadn't been there hadn't been there recently. So you like Palm 33 like I do?
No, I love Palm 33.
Yeah, they're good.
Listen, the best steak and best prime rib. It's primarily a steakhouse that serves some fresh seafood.
Yeah.
But the prime rib and the filet, you just cannot beat it.
Yeah. Now, I've heard people say, and I want your opinion of this. I've heard, and just a handful, most people love the place. They say it's too expensive.
It is a little pricey, but if you want something that's really a superb steak or prime rib, that's the place. Now, I've eaten good prime rib, but I want to eat really great prime rib, and they have it. And the filet, I've never, New York, L.A., any place around, I don't think you will beat their filet. And plus, the atmosphere, Rich, you've eaten there, it gives you that island vibe.
I've said a number of times that I don't care if it's a food truck or it's high-end fine dining. Every restaurant visit is an experience. You just said before about Greg's. What'd you call it? Roadside?
Yeah, roadhouse.
A roadhouse, right? And you said because it is a roadhouse.
Yeah.
But that adds to that particular charm. What I liked about Palm 33 was not just the food. And is it $1 or $2 maybe more expensive than the next place? Yeah. But I just loved the ambiance of that place. I sat there. Now, once again, I have a restaurant background. I started to look at some of the small details that went into the building of that restaurant. It just blew me away. Now, that's not going to happen with every diner that goes in there, but I enjoyed it. I just really enjoyed it, and I can't go back. So that was Palm 33. What else in Murrells Inlet?
Well, you got to eat at Judy Boone's.
Oh, I was there last night.
$15.99 for dinner, a buffet. First, Rich, it is one of the few places that has a really large salad bar.
Oh, yeah, and it's a good one.
Oh, it is a great salad bar. Probably got 70 items on it.
Yeah.
Including pasta salad on the salad bar, potato salad, chicken salad, tuna salad, along with the customary lettuce, tomatoes, and pickles and onions, broccoli, cheese. Right. But it's a wonderful salad bar.
Yeah.
But the food that they have there, first of all, the fried chicken, you just can't beat their fried chicken. I love their fried chicken. And if you'll look around the stuff, the meatloaf.
Yeah.
But everything they have there, including dessert, $15.99.
Yeah.
Some things that I do a lot is you can get a to-go plate, 2 meats, 2 vegetables, hush puppies, or bread, $11.
You can't get that anywhere.
It feeds 2 people, and we have some left over.
If you were to go to McDonald's, you couldn't feed 2 people on $11.
Absolutely, you
now
couldn't.
the place was packed yesterday, so that was on a Wednesday evening. I think we waited for about 15 minutes, but like you said, we were talking to some of the locals there. It was just terrific. Let's move down further south. You got stuff in Litchfield?
We started the Litchfield Diner. I'm going to give you a short story. They normally open breakfast and lunch. They just started opening at night till 8 o'clock. The first time we went there, we were the only people there. We met Mario and his wife, Margaret. They were so happy to see us. I had the flounder platter. It was wonderful. Come with 2 sides, $17.50.
That's unheard of. That is unheard of.
Beth had chicken bog or perlo, $10.
Wow.
I put it on Facebook, Murrells Inlet Foodies, and Paulie's Island Peeps.
Yeah.
Rich, this is the highest one that we've ever seen. It had 503,000 views.
Wow.
The place is packed. Lunch, breakfast, and it opened at 8 o'clock at night. We rode by there last night. Parking lot was packed.
Now, and just one more time to drive this point home, to lay to rest any kind of question about it, how much did they pay you for that post?
Mario came over and said he'd feed me anytime, and I said, we can't do that.
Yeah.
Said, we just want to thank you. I said, that's fantastic. We do this. We're fortunate. We have fun eating out. We're both retired. Sweet Beth, that's why I take pictures of her. She's so photogenic. They don't want to see my old ugly mug. But just the food itself was great. The price was fantastic. Now, the Litchfield, Pawleys Island areas, we don't have any Carrabba's in there. We don't have any franchise restaurants except McDonald's.
Yeah.
All of them are independently owned. So my second place that we love to eat at is Local Eat, Drink, and Celebrate.
I've been there, and I think it's terrific.
Oh, listen, when they have turkey and gravy, and they will send me a text and say, Jack, don't forget, we got it today, because I love the way they do their turkey. It is just absolute turkey and dressing. It is just absolutely wonderful.
And say that name again.
That's Local Eat, Drink, and Celebrate, right in the hammock shops in Pawleys Island.
Yeah.
Now, the owners, John and Peter, they do some wonderful things. They're doing some things now. They're collecting money for teacher supplies. Because my wife being a teacher, they're all the time spending their own hard-earned money on supply. They are really involved with the community. But if you're going to eat there, most times you're going to need a reservation.
Yeah.
Because they're that busy. They're open Wednesday through Saturday, Sunday for brunch. But it's a unique dining experience. And, Rich, they have a private room if you got a big party. But I love that place.
Speaking of rooms, when I was in there, it was really cute because there were different rooms that we sort of snaked through with the hostess. And we ended up sitting in this room, and it was in the wintertime, and there was a fireplace in there.
Oh,
and
absolutely.
It was so nice. That's Litchfield Diner and Local Eat, Drink, and Celebrate in Litchfield, Pawleys Island. Now, I happen to know there's some great stuff in Pawleys Island. What comes to mind?
Well, one of our favorites is Bistro 17.
Oh, I love it.
I think you've had Chef Kirby on here.
Yes. It was a great interview.
Sean Small, I've known him for a long time, which he is the general manager. Well, a lot of people don't realize Sean had a great career as a stand-up comedian.
Oh, is that right?
Oh, he's fantastic. Yeah. But I think he wanted to stay home with his little girl. So I've known him he does a great job managing that restaurant. But we just love, a lot of times we'll sneak in and just eat at the bar because the bartender's there. Second to none. You're going to have a good time. They're going to remember your name.
Why do you decide to sit at the bar?
Well, most of the time is that there aren't any tables available because we didn't make a reservation.
No, and that's a great thing for listeners to know. And I've said this before, especially with higher end restaurants that people may be a little bit intimidated to go to, is to go in and sit at the bar. Can you order anything from the menu there?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
They serve a full.
That's a great thing.
And of course, now you cannot mention Pawleys Island without Frank's Outback.
Yeah. Before you go there, I want to throw in about Bistro 217. I'll get a little chefy here now for the foodies that are interested. And that is, Chef Kirby does a great job. I call it walking this thin line between trying to look pompous and at the same time elevating his dishes to a level that they deserve. And he does it better than anybody. I remember the first time I was in there, I think it was short ribs that I had, which was on top of cheesy grits that they added just a touch of jalapeno peppers. And it just gave it this nice heat to it, which complemented the short ribs just beautifully. But I wanted to throw that out. You were talking about Frank's Outback, and I want to hear more about that because I think we may have chosen wrong when we went there. So go ahead. Well,
right now, you got to have reservations at Frank's. And then the people that I've talked to, it's all the way up to 1st of August. But what people don't know is that Frank's Outback has a community table. Seats about 14 to 16 people. You're going to just, if there's a table, open, you can sit there. You might be sitting with strangers, but that's where we go to all the time. We have never made reservations at Frank.
Is it a different menu out there?
No, absolutely same menu.
Same menu.
But you can get a little bit different things. What people don't realize, Frank's has wonderful pizza. I mean, this is really good homemade dough pizza. Every fresh ingredient that you can buy. They have great pizza.
Yeah. Other than pizza, what would be your go-to at Frank's?
I'm gonna get usually the fish of the day.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get that. It is just absolutely the presentation of it, and it was swimming that morning.
Yeah.
Eating it that night.
That's one of those places that that food that fish is fresh.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You're gonna eat fresh, and like Frank's is an institution around here.
Yeah.
It is a great restaurant, and we're fortunate that Pawleys Island, that most places I can ride my golf cart to, like the Child Blossom. The Child Blossom is husband and wife own it. They do a wonderful job there too. It's a little small restaurant, but we will go in there once in a while. We try to go during the off season, but you're going to get fresh fish there too. Child Blossom is just absolutely wonderful. But you're going to need reservations. Most of the restaurants in Pawleys, you're going to need some reservations.
Yeah.
But it's worth the trip to take that tour.
Yeah.
And one of the things further south to Georgetown, which I got to tell you about Blue Bayou Bistro.
Now, I don't usually go down that far because it's out of the Grand Strand, but you've piqued my interest, so I got to know about Blue Bayou Bistro.
Well, it's right on Front Street. We have been reading about it, so we went to eat the other night. We had fresh grouper. It was so wonderful, but it was stuffed with blackened crawfish.
Oh, wow.
It was and had kind of an imperial sauce on it. That it was just absolutely wonderful. The owner, his name is Joseph Schumann. He actually recognized Beth. He said, "I am so glad y'all come to the restaurant. I follow you on Murrells Inlet Foodies." And of course, he's like, I want to take care of you. I said,
Your
no.
celebrity wife.
Yeah, that sweet Beth is.
Yeah.
But I said no, and he was telling us that everything he cooks there is fresh fish, with the exception that he's from Mississippi, with the exception of the catfish, and he has that flown in fresh frozen.
Oh, no kidding! Wow.
Because out west, catfish is a big thing, but I highly recommend Blue Bayou. It is some of the best. So that little short trip down to Georgetown, Blue Bayou,
right?
Absolutely worth it.
Okay, we're going to take a little break, and when we come back, I want to throw a few items out at Jack, see what places he likes to have them. Okay, folks, welcome back to Talking About Food. I have in the studio with me Jack Gregory of Murrells, Inlet, Foodies, and Entertainment. I don't think there's anybody that knows more about food on the Grand Strand than he does. Certainly nobody I've met so far. But I thought I might play a little game with him because there are a number of things that I love to eat, but I don't know necessarily where to go to get them. I've been out and about quite a bit in the last 4 years that I've lived here. Obviously, I haven't hit every place, so I'd love to pick Jack's brain about this. If you
I'm ready.
Okay. Best burger. Greg's, without a doubt. We talked about that earlier.
Absolutely. You know what? It's not fancy. It's just dang good.
Yeah. Okay. Pizza. Now, I'm talking about the entire Grand Strand from North Myrtle Beach all the way down to Pawleys Island.
Anto's is great.
Yeah.
But Danny's authentic New York pizza.
Yeah, I agree with you.
I'm going to have to go with a tie on that.
Oh, okay. Oh, really?
Because look, Danny's he's the same thing as Anto's, is that it's individually owned. But I'll tell you what, they put their heart and soul into it. They use really good ingredients in there, homemade sauce. So, you know what? If I don't want to drive too far, I'm going to see Nanny's right on 707.
Yeah. All right. Wings.
Well, wings, there's so many places
I know
around.
Yeah.
But my favorite, probably going to shock a lot of people, is I love the chicken joint in Socastee.
Yeah.
They have just, first of all, they can give you any kind of wings that you want in there. They'll you can ask them, hey, can you? Oh, we can do that. Because I went in the other day and I said, you know what? You got any honey? They went, yeah. I said, I like some honey and hot sauce. Toss them in that.
Yeah, and they did it for you.
And they said a little bit of jalapeno. And they just kind of looked at me and they went, yep, did it for me. And I'm telling you what.
Good.
I just love the vibe from there.
Yeah.
And the banana pudding.
Yeah.
My wings, something to cool it down. But I love that place there. There's nothing pretentious about it.
Yeah.
It's in a Food Line shopping center, and it's a little place that you go in, they're going to take your order, and you sit down, and they'll call you when it's ready. So,
but you like the quality of their wings.
Absolutely.
You know, talking about thinking I'm crazy, I actually like their chicken bog there.
Yeah.
It's really good.
They make the good. They make the good stuff there. Now, chicken wings is subjective to things.
Yeah.
Now, I like Sweet Beth's favorite is Moe's Barbecue in Litchfield
for wings.
For wings.
No kidding.
Absolutely. Listen, they bake their wings in there and then fry them.
Oh wow!
So
wow.
It's juicy on the inside, crispy on, but Moe's with their sides and stuff. That is just her plate, and I like them too because they're big and juicy.
Yeah,
and you get the same thing every time.
Yeah, consistency.
And you can get a little bit of sauce if you want it.
If you want, but it doesn't need it.
Doesn't need it at all.
You're shocking me. This is cool.
Yeah, a lot of people. I mean, because it's Moe's Barbecue, but their wings is just fantastic.
I think I'm going there later. I think I'm going to do that.
Rich, you'll love it.
Wow, Moe's for wings. Okay, hot dogs. One of your favorite, I happen to know. One of your favorite food items.
Rich.
Grew up with it, didn't you?
That was, growing up on a Mill Village, we got to eat a hot dog every Thursday. We were really poor. I love the way Sweet Beth makes it.
Oh, is that right? That's so
our
cool.
favorite places.
Yeah.
And we're one of those certain things. We're going to put some coleslaw on it.
Yeah.
But Fork and Links.
Yeah.
They have a good take on hot dogs
now.
Now, they're out on 707, and that is the same people that own Judy Boone's on Fork and Links.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Absolutely. That's the Beavers. Jamie Johnson, I think he manages both of them, or he's big with them. But
yeah.
We had a hot dog there the other day, and I got to tell you that I told the girl, I said, I'm going to try some of that spicy mustard. She kind of looked at me and she said, you want a little or a lot? Load it down. And I'm going to tell you something. It was spicy, but it was also so good. They cut their weenies in half.
Yeah.
You know, and put them on the flat top.
Yeah.
And their coleslaw is good. You can get any kind of topping that you want with it. Homemade chili. So for a hot dog, I'm going to Fork and Links.
Wow.
Now, Surf Dog's up there too. Now, I got to throw them in there, but usually when I'm at Surf Dogs, I'm getting a burger and a dog.
Well, is the burger new? Because I saw your post the other day, and when I was in there, I think we went in together, and then I went back the next day. Have they always had that burger?
The smash burger has come about in the last few months.
Yeah,
and when they're really putting this a double or triple smash burger, and they'll put anything on it with you, but you know it's a true smash burger, but that skinny flat burger, crispy on both sides of it.
Yeah,
and it's one of the best smash burgers you're gonna eat. You're gonna get that little bit of onion taste.
Yeah.
Tomatoes look like they just went out back and got it from the garden.
Oh, really?
Listen, it is just a really great burger. Also,
What kind of bun?
it looks like I'm pretty sure that it comes from the local bakery around the corner.
Yeah,
There,
Benjamin's.
Benjamin's Bakery.
Yeah, which we could talk about Benjamin's for an
absolutely.
hour. Yeah,
But Surf Dogs, those three guys in there, you just got to love those guys.
Yeah.
they're gonna have a great conversation with you. And the place right now, the tourists hadn't found out because you got mostly 90% locals in there.
Yeah.
But they're packed every day.
oh, good for them.
So
you
got to love that. You
I
gotta love
talked
Surf
to them.
Dogs.
I talked to them once about coming on the show, gave them my card, but I never heard from them, so I'll have to go by there again. Fried chicken.
Well,
The best.
Best fried chicken. Absolutely Hoskins. But this is probably going to surprise a lot of people. But Back Home Barbecue.
No kidding.
Listen, I love Judy Boone's.
Yeah.
It is great too.
Yeah.
But I love Back Home Barbecue.
And that's in
fried
Murrells
chicken.
Inlet.
It's right there in Murrells. And
Yeah.
it's another one it's $12.99 on Sunday.
Yeah.
Is when we go there for Sunday lunch.
Right.
After church. But I love their fried chicken. You can tell that it's made with buttermilk.
Yeah.
That just bursting with flavor, juice, crispy on the outside, has a lot of lace to it. And so yeah, Back Home Barbecue, that's where I'm gonna get my fried chicken. If not, Judy Boone's.
Okay. So those you would consider Back Home and Judy Boone's have the best fried chicken.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Chicken bog.
Now, you're talking about people that will say, "Oh, chicken bog, fix it this way." Perlo is, I think, is wet and chicken bog is dry. Not 100% sure, but the best chicken bog that we have eaten lately is at Litchfield Restaurant.
Okay.
It was so good. Matter of fact, sometimes when Beth don't feel like going out, I'll just call up Mario and say, "Hey, you got any?" Like I did yesterday. I said, "Hey, you got some chicken bog left? You don't feel like going?" "Oh yeah, come on up, Jack." She loves their chicken bog, and now she's a country girl, and she is the expert on chicken bog.
Oh, is that right?
I like chicken bog. She loves chicken bog.
Okay.
She'll put a little hot sauce on that, but no, that chicken bog at Litchfield Restaurant.
So does she feel the same way?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes. Matter of fact, like I said, I went and got her a big plate of that yesterday, and Mario was kind enough to switch the pinto beans out for green beans that she likes.
Yeah.
And that's the one thing they did do for me. They I don't accept anything free, but they did switch pintos to green beans.
Yeah, and it sounds like they're so courteous. They'll do that for just about anyone.
Absolutely.
Last one, pasta.
A lot of people say Olive Garden. Now listen, Olive Garden's okay, but I always call that the Kmart of Italian food.
Yeah, that's a good way to phrase it.
But I love pasta at River Oaks Pizza. Their pasta there is good. You can tell that it's fresh made.
Well, it's interesting you say that because they are probably second or third on I think they're tied with Danny's as far as my favorite pizza in the Grand Strand, but I haven't had their pasta. What have you had there?
Well, the dish that we like, well, Beth and I both like anything with some kind of seafood with it.
Yeah.
And they just have a different take on it. I like some of the things that anything in a wine sauce, lemon wine sauce.
Yeah, yeah.
But they'll fix about anything that you want there. But the last thing that we had there was we just had shrimp and oysters over pasta. Now, a lot of people don't put oysters.
No.
But it was absolutely delicious.
Wow.
Angelo's in Myrtle Beach is really good. I mean, he's been doing it the right way for a long time, and you'll see Angelo's great steaks, but they have great pasta also.
Oh, that's good to know in Myrtle Beach.
Their food is absolutely delicious. Now, if you'll look at some of the small places around here that also serves good pasta, but I'm going to go River Oaks to me is just absolutely going to be one of the best. And so is local Eat, Drink, and Celebrate.
Yeah.
They have great pasta.
Oh, cool. And what did Sweet Beth have at River Oaks? Did she have pasta as well?
She did. She had the veal piccata, and it was so good. I love to see the smile on her face as she's eating with that. This is so good. But
would you say that Beth is easily pleased, or is she a bit discerning?
She's real discerning.
Yeah.
Now she'll eat it and won't complain, but if it's really good,
you hear it.
Yeah, everybody in the restaurant is going to know. This is good stuff there. But we like to eat, Rich, at different places and different things.
You can tell. That's great. Okay, one last one before we wrap this up. And this item was fairly new to me when I first moved here, but it served as an accompaniment or as a side all over the Grand Strand, and that's hush puppies. Do you have a favorite place for hush puppies?
Drunken Jack's, hands down.
In Murrells Inlet?
Listen, they are known for their hush puppies. We went there to eat one time. They must have had 200 things about best hush puppies. And they're right. They actually make a dessert with their hush puppies.
Oh, no kidding.
They're that good. But Drunken Jack's, hands down.
Wow.
Best hush puppies.
Wow. Folks, if that wasn't enough suggestions of places to eat at, I don't know what else would be. That's Jack Gregory, a guy who knows more about this Grand Strand and the places to eat. Jack, thank you so much. When we come back, I'm going to just do a quick rundown of all the places that Jack talked about. Stick around. That was Jack Gregory, owner of Murrells Inlet Foodies and Entertainment. I don't know how he does it. Man, he packs in those restaurants. But get your pad and pencil out because I'm going to run down, hopefully, all of the restaurants we talked about. I hope I didn't miss any. But the first one was Hoskins. I believe that's in Myrtle Beach. Sea Captain's House, I know, is in Myrtle Beach. 44 and King, Anto's Pizza Romana, and Italian Market out in Conway. Great pizza there. Crooked Oak Tavern in Conway. Greg's Cabana Grill and Bar in Murrells Inlet. Sarah J's, I believe that's Surfside. I Love the Chicken Joint in Sockasty. Palm 33 in Murrells Inlet, also in Murrells Inlet. Judy Boone's, can't go wrong there. The Litchfield Diner, he mentioned. Also in Pawleys Island, Local Eat, Drink, and Celebrate. I've been there. It's terrific. Bistro 217 is great. Frank's Outback is terrific, also in Pawleys Island. And Chive Blossom in Pawleys Island. Also mentioned Moe's for wings. They're in Pawleys. Back Home Barbecue in Murrells Inlet. Surf Dogs in Surfside. River Oaks Pizza. He likes the pasta there. Also, he likes the pasta at Angelo's in Myrtle Beach. Folks, that is one hefty amount of restaurants to try out. Hope you get a chance to do that. I know you folks who listen, you are your family's private chef. But let's get out there and support these local businesses. Most of them are mom and pop. They're privately owned. They work hard. They sometimes have invested every penny that they have because they have this dream of being a successful restaurant. So let's back them up, okay? Thanks for listening, folks. It's going to wrap up the show. And always remember, you are your family's private chef. Thanks for listening.